In our pursuit of a good life filled with great opportunities, strong relationships, a healthy body, a forgiving heart, a clear mind, and financial comfort, we often wonder why achieving these desires can be so challenging. The answer, intriguingly, resides within the confines of our own minds. You see, each of us harbors an inner voice, a subtle but influential presence, that occasionally whispers doubts into our ears. It may suggest that we aren't clever enough, strong enough, or capable enough to attain our dreams. This inner voice, more often than not, holds us back, casting a shadow of worry or even sadness over our ambitions. It's as though we have an inner critic, always ready to point out our perceived inadequacies. But here's the catch: this voice doesn't reflect reality, it reflects our fears and insecurities. To unlock the power of our thoughts and attain the stillness of mind necessary to achieve our desires, we must learn to quiet this inner critic and replace its negativity with self-belief. To truly succeed and create the life we yearn for, we must become masters of managing that inner voice. Now, I won't sugarcoat it, this isn't a walk in the park. It's a crucial challenge, though, and one that carries immense importance. Think of the way we talk to ourselves as a chat that shapes our world. Our thoughts, like a conversation with ourselves, have a profound impact on the reality we experience. They can either become our strongest allies or our harshest critics. Our thoughts are powerful, and they shape our actions. When we learn to harness the potential of our thoughts and silence the self-doubt, we become unstoppable. We can confidently pursue the good things in life, recognizing that we possess the strength, intelligence, and capability to make them a reality. Picture negative thoughts as roadblocks on your journey towards your goals. They pop up unexpectedly, slow you down, and sometimes make life feel like an obstacle course. But here's the good news: you're the one in charge of your mental steering wheel. Shifting from listening to those discouraging whispers to focusing on positive, uplifting thoughts can be your superpower. It's like clearing those roadblocks and smoothing your path forward. By choosing to emphasize the positive, you set yourself up for success. Albert Einstein's journey is a shining testament to the extraordinary power of perseverance and self-belief. Today, his name is practically synonymous with genius, but his early life was far from promising. As a child, Einstein didn't start speaking until he was 4 years old, a delay that led many to mistakenly assume he was mentally handicapped. Moreover, he didn't begin reading until the age of 7, a far cry from what one might expect of a future physicist. But here's the fascinating part: Einstein didn't let these early challenges deter him. He refused to succumb to the doubts and limitations others placed on him. Instead, he persevered with a relentless curiosity and an unwavering belief in his own abilities. Einstein's story teaches us that greatness often emerges from adversity. It reminds us that our beginnings don't have to dictate our futures. By embracing the power of self-belief, by persisting in the face of obstacles, we, too, can unlock our own potential for brilliance. The conversations you have with yourself can be the driving force, either elevating your spirits or dragging you down. When you cultivate unwavering self-belief, even in the midst of challenges or doubters, you open doors to limitless possibilities. Keep in mind that while the world may throw obstacles your way, it's your perspective and resilience that ultimately shape the outcome. Now, let's take a closer look at the various ways negative self-talk can obscure our judgment and impede our journey, as well as explore effective strategies to combat these barriers. Consider this scenario: you've recently given a presentation, and you receive feedback from 10 different individuals. While 9 of them commend your performance, your mind seems fixated on that one critique, leading you to conclude that your entire presentation was a failure. The key lesson here is to nurture a holistic perspective. Embrace and value the positive feedback, no matter how outnumbered it might appear. Although it's natural to occasionally take things personally, attributing every external setback to your perceived flaws can be detrimental. For example, let's say you miss a single payment on a bill, and suddenly, your mind leaps to the worst conclusion: you've somehow permanently damaged your financial reputation. It's like viewing life through a distorted lens where everything appears either perfect or disastrous. But here's the reality check we all need: life isn't that black and white. It's more like a canvas painted in shades of gray. Sometimes, we tend to polarize our experiences, seeing situations as either flawless or catastrophic. Let me give you a relatable example. Imagine you're trying your hand at cooking, and a dish you prepare doesn't quite match your expectations. Catastrophizing would make you believe that you're utterly unsuited for cooking altogether. But that's far from the truth. In reality, life is a journey of stepping stones, and every experience, whether good or bad, contributes to your growth. Missing that payment or having a cooking mishap doesn't define your entire financial reputation or culinary prowess. It's just one moment in a series of many. In the end, your thoughts shape your reality. Use them to inspire and motivate yourself. Try to have a mindset that's all about growing, understanding, and staying positive. You'll notice your life story changing. If you catch yourself thinking negatively, take a moment to ask: am I only thinking about the bad stuff and ignoring the good? Am I blaming myself for things I can't control? Do I always think of the worst that could happen? Am I seeing things as either perfect or terrible, without any middle ground? If you find yourself nodding in agreement to any of these questions, it's time to take a deliberate step back, dive deeper into the heart of your inner dialogue, and tune in. What is your inner voice really communicating? Is it a beacon of hope, encouragement, and positivity, or is it abounding with the discordant notes of doubt, fear, and insecurity? Have you ever tried the cathartic practice of journaling? It's like putting pen to paper and letting everything flow, even those seemingly trivial or negative thoughts. But here's the kicker: it's not about running away from those thoughts, it's about confronting them. When you jot down your thoughts, you're taking the initial steps on a journey of self-discovery and growth. You're saying, "Hey, I see you, negative thoughts, and I'm not letting you define me." Because here's the secret: those negative self-beliefs are not set in stone. They're more like opinions, often born from past experiences, deep-seated fears, or the voices of others. Now, it's time to take charge. Challenge those negative thoughts head-on and tip the scales with positive affirmations. Think of it like this: transform the crippling "I can't" into the empowering "I can and I will." You have the choice in how you think and speak about yourself. That means, despite a history tainted with self-doubt, your future story can be one filled with self-love and affirmation. It all starts with the choices you make today. Here's a golden rule for self-talk that can make a world of difference: if you wouldn't say it to your best friend, don't say it to yourself. Think about it. We tend to be pretty hard on ourselves for the tiniest slip-ups or perceived failures, in ways we'd never treat our friends. Whether it's missing out on a promotion or just misplacing your car keys, try extending some compassion to yourself. Understand that mistakes and imperfections are just part of being human. Remember, having a bad day doesn't mean you have a bad life, and making mistakes doesn't diminish your worth. And here's another thing: don't let external events have too much control over how you see yourself. If friends have to reschedule plans, don't jump to thinking it's a reflection of your value or desirability. The world doesn't revolve around any one of us, and it's crucial not to take every little thing personally. Try looking at it from a different angle. When your friends cancel dinner, it's more likely because of their busy schedules, not a statement about your relationship with them. Be kind to yourself, and don't interpret every situation as a personal jab. Now, let's talk about that never-ending quest for perfection. Oscar Wilde put it brilliantly when he said, "To live is the rarest thing in the world." Most people exist, that is all. Perfection is like a mirage in the desert of life, it's elusive and often leaves you disappointed. Instead, focus on personal growth, progress, and embracing your imperfections. That's where the real magic happens. Here's a short summary of the key points. 1. Don't chase an unattainable ideal or constantly dwell on confrontations and mistakes. Free yourself from negativity and the need for perfection. 2. Avoid comparing yourself to others and focus on your own progress and achievements. 3. Cultivate gratitude as an antidote to pessimism and appreciate the blessings in your life. 4. Nurture positive thoughts and engage in mindfulness practices to dispel negativity. 5. Surround yourself with positivity in your environment and be patient when transforming negative self-talk. 6. Embrace yourself with all your flaws and remember that you are loved and wonderful. Remember, you are loved, and you are wonderful. Your presence here makes all the difference. If you found value in what you watched, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support means the world, and together we can spread positivity and wisdom to a wider audience. Stay amazing, because you truly are.